Hello, I'm Graham. Welcome back to Man vs Film, and this is going to be a top 10 of movies that you can watch right now on Amazon Prime UK for the month of January 2019. Happy New Year, and let's get started. Number 10, Maniac. Just when the streets seemed safe, a serial killer with a fetish for scalps is back on the hunt. Frank is the withdrawn owner of a mannequin store, but his life changes when young artist Anna appears asking for his help with her new exhibition. As their friendship develops, Frank's obsession escalates. Maniac is a terrific remake of a really good horror movie that was out in the early 80s, I think, and it stars Elijah Wood, that kind of quiet, unassuming guy who you go, you know, he was really nice, but you wouldn't be surprised if somebody said he was a serial killer. This is one of those point of view movies where you see through the killer's eyes. It puts you into his sort of excitement and thrill of hunting down these people, and then it gives you the gore and the blood that disgusts you with the things that this person is doing to another human being. It is creepy, it is affecting, and it is bloody good entertainment. Number 9, Super Size Me. Morgan Spurlock conducts an unscientific experiment using himself as the guinea pig. Eat only McDonald's for 30 days. 3 meals a day. If he's asked by the clerk if he would like to have the meal supersized, he has to say yes. We're just by the Christmas period, and you may be thinking, you know what, I need to cut back on eating those crappy foods. This is the perfect documentary for you. I've watched this a couple of times, and every time it puts me off McDonald's for a while. Seeing what happens to Morgan, what happens to his body through this experiment is rather shocking. Just showing you how this kind of food, this fast food, has such a horrible effect on the human body. It is captivating, funny, engaging, and pretty much unmissable. If you haven't seen it, or it's been a while since you've seen it, check it out. It'll give you a kickstart to sort of try and eat a little bit healthier, for a little while at least. Number 8, Odd Thomas. Small town fry cook Odd Thomas is an ordinary guy with a paranormal secret. He sees dead people everywhere. When a creepy stranger shows up with an entourage of ghostly predators who feed on pain and mass destruction, Odd knows that his town is in serious trouble. This is one of these movies that I hear nobody talking about. I've watched it a couple of times, and although it does almost feel a little bit like a TV pilot, it's a really exceptional one, and it has this sort of great lead character played by Anton Yelchin. It has a terrific story, some good special effects, and it's one of those ones that I've watched several times, and I enjoy it every time I watch it, but I kind of forget about it for a while after that, and I wanted to recommend it because I want to know if other people discover this movie and enjoy it as much as I did. It was directed by Stephen Sommers, the man who brought us the Mummy movies, you know, and he does really well here. Number 7, Room 237, a subjective documentary that explores the numerous theories about the hidden meanings within Stanley Kubrick's film, The Shining. The film may be over 30 years old, but it continues to inspire debate, speculation, and mystery. 5 very different points of view are illuminated throughout the voiceover, film clips, animation, and dramatic reenactments. This movie is bonkers. It's bonkers that it's actually out there. It's even crazier that the people on this film believe that their theories are correct. They are so out there, you have to see it to believe it. If you love The Shining, you're going to love some of the crazy, wacky ideas that people have about this. You know, it is an important movie. It's one of the best horror movies ever made, and to see the kind of things that these people have seen it will make the movie different in your eyes. You know, you'll start to notice these when you rewatch the movies. It is for fans of The Shining, or for fans of conspiracy theories. Check it out. It's really interesting. It's really different. It's a weird one, but it's worth your time. Number 6, Orgasmo. Joe Young was a simple young man trying to spread the word of the Book of Mormon when he picked the wrong house to preach at. The owner was a porn director who tells his henchmen to kill the guy. But when he breaks out some rather good fighting skills, the director decides to offer him the lead role in the movie he's making at the moment, Orgasmo. Matt Stone and Trey Parker, the men behind South Park, created this really weird movie that gets really close to the line, if not crosses it several times with its really edgy material. It is wacky, it is strange, but it's really kind of funny, and it's really kind of odd, and there is nothing else like it. So I thought, you know what, after recommending Basketball last month, I thought I'm going to put this one on the list because it's something that is different. a little bit strange and definitely not for everyone, but I think it's rather funny, rather hilarious. Number 5, The Big Short. Michael Burry, a former hedge fund manager who was one of the first to forecast the collapse of the credit bubble due to excessive subprime lending. Steve Carroll is Mark Baum, a money manager who rose to fame after successfully betting against the subprime mortgages. The Big Short is one of those movies that, you know, I kind of forget how good it is until I put it on, and it just draws me in. It is a fantastic tale, basically focusing on 3 different characters, all about the same thing, the sort of mortgage crisis and how everybody lost their homes because of the way banks were dealing with things. It is put in a simple fashion that you can understand. It changes some of the true life stories about, but it comments on it when it does it. It's full of terrific actors, it has terrific direction, and it's one of these movies that is so good you cannot stop watching it once you start. Number 4, Step Brothers. Brennan Huff and Dale Doback are both about 40 when Brennan's mom and Dale's dad marry. The sons live with their parents, so now they must share a room. Initially, they hate each other, and it threatens the household's peace and quiet and the parents' relationship. But the dad laid down the law. Both slackers have a week to find a job or they're out. Step Brothers is ridiculously funny. It is really wacky. John C. Reilly, Will Ferrell work terrifically together as these 2 40-year-old man-children who are so hilarious. I love it. And with the release of Holmes and Watson, I wanted to throw back to the other of these guys' pairings where it was just sheer magic. And this certainly is it. Now, comedy is subjective. You may not find it as funny as I do, but every time I go back to this, I am in stitches, just killing myself laughing at the ridiculousness that is happening in front of me. And I hope you find it as funny as I do. Number 3, In Order of Disappearance. The Honourable Citizen Niles ploughs snow in the wild winter mountains of Norway when his son is mistakenly murdered. Niles takes action, which ignites a war between the vegan gangster, the Count, and the Serbian mafia boss, Papa. Stellan Skarsgård stars in this really weirdly toned movie. You know, it is a kind of revenge thriller, but it has real moments of comedy all the way through it as well. You know, this father is grieving the loss of his son and goes out for vengeance. Doesn't really know how he's going to accomplish it, but he's going to do his best to get there. Now this came back onto my radar because it's been remade as a Liam Neeson vehicle, which looks to have kind of robbed the movie of the fun that it had. So before that one comes out, and it's probably just another typical Neeson action movie that I'll probably like, but not as much as this, check out In Order of Disappearance. It is a terrific movie. Number 2, Prince Avalanche. In the wake of a devastating forest wildfire that swept through Texas in '88, the thoughtful and disciplined Alvin and his polar opposite but well-meaning brother-in-law Lance are hired to repair the scorched roads. However, against the backdrop of summertime solitude and the ravaged land, little by little the task of painting yellow traffic lines down the middle of the new country road take their toll on the pair. Paul Rudd and Emil Hirsch are the 2 main characters, and that is all you get, and it's basically just them painting yellow lines, camping up for night and starting again the next day. But it is captivating, entertaining, completely different. You pretty much get brought into these 2 characters and just see them evolve through the small time that we spend with them. This is a movie that I saw a long while ago and I loved, and I've been dying to check it out again, and now I finally can because it's on here, and I highly suggest checking this one out. Number 1, The Blood on Satan's Claw. In the 18th century, in the countryside of England, the landsman Ralph Gore finds a skull with one eye and fur on a field. He summons the local judge to see this, but when they get there, the finding has disappeared. The local children have started to have strange behaviour. Under the command of Angel Blake, they start to rape and kill others. In common, they have a strange fur-like substance on their skin. One of the original folk horror movies, and a movie I was recommended to check out and I absolutely loved, is this really weird early 70s movie that has that kind of unnerving feeling about it. You have this close-knit community, you have these people who are willing to just, well, they have lost all morality whatsoever and start to kind of take off these other people round about the village. You know, it's never out now explained explicitly why they're doing it, but the information's there for you to pull out, and it's one of these extremely watchable, extremely weird, and movies that I hadn't heard of, but wish I had sooner. This was a real treat for me, something that was right in my wheelhouse, horror, 70s, and terrifically well done, and it kind of kick-started the sort of folk horror genre as well. Well worth checking out. So there we have it, 10 movies for you to check out on Amazon Prime UK for the month of January 2019. As always, I would love recommendations from you guys. If you have anything for me to check out, let me know in the comment box below, and of course I will see you next month with another top 10. Thanks for watching.